the ancient lore of the Upanishad, children to Ishve, Amritasya Putra, the Catholic call to the mankind, oh, hearken the sons of children of eternity. There is no caste, no creed, no religion, no gender. Everything, everyone is the children of eternity. This is the ethos which Vivekananda brought into the world. This is India. It is the Vivekananda. When he was traveling to and fro the land, our motherland, in order to know what is India. Now I am coming into later. He visited Agra, the Taj Mahal. He wrote in his diaries that one has to spend at least 7 days to see Taj Mahal, to understand what is it. That temperament, that aesthetic sense he had. Taj Mahal to him was not a Muslim mausoleum. It was a work of art. It was the finest thing which a human brain can produce. You have to see it through other way. You can't classify it as a Muslim architecture, Hindu architecture. Do we have that insight in us? Do we have the ability to appreciate what is art? Do we have the ability, the time to spend to know about others? You don't know, in Kashmir, when he was doing his sadhana there, it was by chance in Navaratri, the Durga Puja, and he was doing puja in Khir Bhavani. Khir Bhavani is one of the Shakti Peeths. He spent 7 days and nights there doing intense sadhana. Now on the 9th day, it was Navami. It is the scriptural injunction that one has to worship a virgin baby, girl on that day as Devi Kumari. Now it was Kashmir and it was in Baramulla. It's a Muslim infested area. Still now, it's a very disturbed place nowadays. In that point of time, it was not disturbed there. So what he did? He called on his Muslim Maji, jo now chalata hai na. He had a little girl and he worshipped her. It is totally in consonance with the scripture. The scripture says, the Tantra says, one who discriminates the Kumari according to its birth and caste is anathematized by the Devi herself. Nobody can discriminate a Kumari by his creed and caste. He did that. This is practical Vedanta. What Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya told 1200 years ago. Brahma Satya Jagat Vidya, Jiva Brahmaiva Napara. The Brahman is the ultimate truth. All we are seeing, the differences are illusions. Jeev means the you, me, Dada, Madam, you, everyone, Jeev and Brahman are one. Vivekananda did that. How? When he was traveling to Bihar in medical days, before going to America, once he was dying with thirst. So he was passing through a basti of the scavengers, the truth, Harijans. They were not allowed to enter into the cities. They were not allowed to take the water from the wells. What he did? He drank from their pot. The scavenger told him that I am a bhangi, I am a scavenger. Don't do that, you will be outcasted. He took away the pot and drank from it. The Constitution of India, which came into force in 1950, had enshrined these things, not to discriminate in terms of caste, creed, religion, rule of equality, etc., right to life. These were practiced by this person more than 50 years ago. So, like Rabindranath, when he was invited to deliver a lecture on the 50th anniversary, death anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, he wrote that if one has to know India, what is India? He has to learn Vivekananda. He is India. What was his deity? The deity he meditated. Some says she was Kali, some says she was Durga. But Vivekananda practiced showed that his deity was India. He went to Kanyakumari, the last point of our mainland, by crossing the sea, meditated there for 7 days, and came to realize that this is the deity I have to awaken. This is my mother. And then he decided to go to America. Before that, he was offered by the king of Rameshwaram, but he declined. But till he meditated at Kanyakumari, he was not sure that he was going to America. On that he determined that I have to go. I have to pattern the message of India to the other world, to the West, who constantly humiliates us by saying that we are superstitious, we have no culture, we are illiterate. But he uttered that one day the world will recognize that India is the Vishwa Guru. India is the Guru, mentor of all the philosophical, spiritual, metaphysical teachings. So, this is Vivekananda. Wherever there is an earthquake, wherever there is a deluge, wherever there are mass genocide, it is the Ramakrishna mission and Bharat Seva Samsung which comes first for rescue. Before that, there was no concept of missionaries in India. He borrowed the idea from the Jesuit monks. He admitted that when he went to Europe, he visited and had interactions with the Jesuit monks. He was so impressed by their motto that he inculcated that missionary culture into this land. If you ever visit Belur Math, you will see the main temple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is like a church. There was no concept of assembled prayer in our religion beforehand. He took the idea of assembled prayer, which is performed in every evening there. In fact, he wrote a hymnal on his Guru, Khandano Bhavavandhano Jagavandhano Pundikamai. I am saying because I am very fortunate that I belong to his school. I was a student of Ramakrishna Mission and I feel proud about that. Because without my school, I could have not inculcated, cultivated the interest to know my country, the history, the culture, the social aspects. I request you, your youth, it is World Youth Day because Vivekananda, before 6 months he died, he had told one of his disciples, Swami Shuddhananda, that I will not see 40. I will not see 40. Yes, he did not see 40. He died at the age of 39. That is why it is declared as the World Youth Day. I am not talking about his birth, his childhood, his adolescence, his union with Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his learning there. No, I am only talking about Vivekananda from 1939 to 1902. 1893, he went to America. 1902, he died. Whatever he had made was during this short span of time, from 1893 to 1910 and 1902. I am 46 now. What I have done? Nothing. Nothing. And Vivekananda died at the age of 39. So, life, बड़ी नहीं, लाइफ क्या होनी चाहिए? लाइफ लंबी नहीं, बड़ी होनी चाहिए. आदि शंकराचार्य, the Hindu religion, what we are seeing nowadays, it may be called was the product of Adi Shankaracharya. Now Adi Shankaracharya, उनका जो पेरेंट्स थे उनको बहुत दिन से संतान नहीं हुआ, कोई बच्चा नहीं था, तो वो लोग व्रत रखे भगवान शिव का और बहुत पेरेंट्स से बहुत ये से उनका पूजा करते रहे सालों साल. कहानी ये आती है कि लॉर्ड शिवा केम अपीयर्ड एंड आस्क्ड व्हाट डू यू वांट फ्रॉम हिज मदर from his father. His father said, I want a child. तो बोला, तो भगवान ने बोला कि अगर दीर्घायु पुत्र चाहिए जो ज्यादा दिन बचेगा तो वो जड़ होगा. He will be like, क्या उसका कोई बुद्धि नहीं होगा. लेकिन अगर बुद्धिमान चाहिए तो उसका लाइफ छोटा होगा. So he opted for the second. Adi Shankar died at the age of 32. Same was in case of Vivekananda. His mother took a penance to Kashi Vishwanath because she had no male child. Before Vivekananda, there were 3 sisters. And it is said that by the boon of Lord Vishwanath, he was born. So same, बुद्धिमान चाहिए तो छोटी होगी लाइफ, वही हुआ. इसका मतलब नहीं है कि सब बुद्धिमान लोगों का लाइफ छोटी होती है. भगवान बुद्ध 82 तक बचे. At the age of 82 he died. But still then, what I am trying to say that please take your time, delve into these things, go through the writings of these great persons, and transform yourself. Because Vivekananda said, every human being is like a bomb. If you have the potent, you can do everything. Nothing is impossible. He said, every human soul has infinite potence. We only have to ignite. You are the future of this country. Our days are gone, but you should take some time of your days and travel to go through the writings of these great men. With this note, I think the other speakers here had spoken already about law, so I am not delving into that. But before we stop, we should pay our homage, our respect to this great man for a while. Thank you. Pranam.